Hello and welcome back to the CCL Week 10. I'm Rome DMV, joined alongside Spider Tiff. And I mean, hey, listen, our first match of the night, it did end in 3-0 fashion, but this one right here, I can't say the same for.
I think you are completely correct in that assumption there. I do not think that we will see a 3-0 in the likes of ICC Esports in St. Edwards. We just got to see ICC Esports throwing down on the Alpha channel, and it was amazing to watch. They were looking super strong, so they're going to be coming off a very nice 3-1 victory, and I'm excited. Can St. Edwards take the heat from ICC Esports today?
I mean, let's find out. I mean, we got the number 7 squad going up against the number 9 squad. So, I mean, we know both of these squads are going to be elite. Let's go ahead and take a look at them head-to-head to see just how elite they are in all these modes and all this good stuff. So, I mean, if we're looking at this, let's be honest. I mean, we can start from the bottom up just to show how even these teams are. 9-1, 10-1 for Control. Both are 12-4 in Search. You look at the hard points. I mean, those are almost even as well. I mean, this right here, this is going to be nothing less than a banger matchup. There's no way that it can't be.
This is going to be an incredibly action-packed match between the Pirates and the Hilltoppers, and I'm excited. I mean, you've got rank number 7 for the Hilltoppers, rank number 9 for the Pirates, and the Pirates right now are just looking to move up in their rankings throughout this stage 2, but they are so deadlocked, so even. The only thing that I could think of right now is that ICC Esports just came off a phenomenal victory, and you've got Big Head and Alessio, but more enough about that. We will get to see the teams, and I will show you exactly what I'm talking about, because I was literally losing my mind watching the Alpha channel today as we get a nice breakdown of ICC Esports. You've got Jzerk, Big Head, Alessio, Hyper. Big Head and Alessio are absolute demons. I'm talking insane on the respawn mode, so I'm excited to see what they're going to bring to this matchup. I mean, let's be real. I saw 30 untraded kills. I saw 23 untraded kills. So we're going to see some phenomenal action.
Yeah, I mean, anytime that you got players that are able to pop off like that, it's definitely going to be a show for sure. But listen, I mean, this squad, they can pop off, but so can the visiting squad as well. Let's go ahead and look at the St. Edwards roster for tonight. It is going to be Thresh, Vanity, Eons, and Reality. And let me just say, I've casted this squad multiple times, and every single time that I've casted them, not only have they won, but this squad has also just absolutely given us those highlight reel plays.
Wow, so you're bringing the good vibes. You made a lot of calls during our last match here on the Bravo channel where I almost felt like you were reading the future and just kind of predicting fortunes, and you just came out with another one. You're like, every time I cast over the Hilltoppers, they win. So are you trying to tell us something here, Rome? Are Thresh, Vanity, Eons, and Reality trying to make this victory a reality for them?
I mean, every time that I've casted ICC, they've always won as well, but then again, I've never casted ICC. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, who knows how the juju's going to be going? I mean, St. Edwards, I mean, I don't know if it's my luck or just the record. I mean, they're 16-1. So, I mean, this squad coming in, the Hilltoppers, definitely looking elite for sure. And, I mean, listen, when you get squads like this, you get to the season, you get to week 10, right now is where things all start to matter. You start to really look at your squad, figure out exactly how elite you can be. So let's go ahead and take a look at the maps that we're going to be having for this series right here. Now, we had a double dose of Gavutu in the last series that we saw. Well, guess what? We're going to be getting it again.
A double dose of Gavutu. Indeed, we are going to kick it off with that hard point on Gavutu, moving on to a search and destroy on Berlin, followed up with that double dose. Back to Control for Gavutu, and if we see a map 4, it's going to be that Bocage hard point, that little blood fest that is always absolute up close and personal chaotic moments. And then if somehow we get a game 5, it's going to go to Tuscan for search and destroy, which we got to see a little bit earlier on the Bravo channel, and I wouldn't mind seeing it again. But as I'm thinking here, moving into that hardpoint Gavutu, and after watching ICC Esports go up against Texas State on the Alpha channel just moments ago, I'm excited to see, but you know what? If you're the Hilltoppers, right? You need to look at the rotations and the ability to read ICC Esports, because that was what I saw Texas State kind of lacking when they were playing ICC Esports. They were giving up moments where they should have kind of pushed in. So if the Hilltoppers are going to come in and be really aggressive and just counteract ICC Esports and read them well, I think we're going to see a banger matchup.
Oh, for sure. I mean, listen, the tale pretty much tells itself. I mean, both of these rosters, absolutely elite. It's just going to be all about how they're showing up today. We already got to see ICC go absolutely crazy on the Alpha channel, and now they're coming to, you know, the trenches, if you will, of Bravo. We get to see exactly what this squad is made of here, and, I mean, right now, going up against this Hilltopper roster, as you said, I don't know, man. This is going to be a close one, but I'm going to put you on the hottest seat of the night. The question is, who do you got winning, and what's the map score?
Why are you doing this to me, bro? We were chatting before this match, and I was like, I cannot call this. They are so even. It is looking so close, but now that you do that to me, I know ICC Esports is really coming off a heater against Texas State. So, but I just feel like the Hilltoppers, I've got faith in Thresh and Eons and co, and I think that they're going to take it, and I want to say it's going to go 3-2. How about you? What are you thinking, Rome?
Okay, I was feeling a 3-1 in favor of the Hilltoppers. That's how I was feeling, just because I've seen this St. Edward squad perform many times before in the past. I mean, that's nothing against this ICC roster. I just saw what they were able to do on Alpha. It was absolutely incredible, but this St. Edward's roster is a whole different ballpark, and I mean, I don't know if that's what ICC is going to be ready for, because, I mean, hey, they might put them in the ICU here tonight, because St. Edward's, they are nothing to mess around with, let me tell you. I mean, Vanity, Eons, Reality, Thresh, I've seen all of them have pop-off games, whether it's Search and Destroy, whether it's Hardpoint, whether it's Control, it does not matter. They can all have pop-off moments, and that's the thing. When you have such a well-rounded roster where you're not really looking at one player to step up consistently, I mean, that's just going to be exactly what you need when you're at this stage of the CCL, in this week, this deep, with this type of aspirations.
You're talking that week 10 action, and I love that you're calling out the Hilltoppers and some of the moments that they can have that pop off, but I'm gonna counteract you there, and I'm gonna say Alessio and Big Head from ICC Esports. What I just witnessed, I mean, Big Head really solidified a nice victory for ICC Esports on that Berlin hardpoint. We watched that rotation into P1 and how they just kind of broke it down, and they just came in, and Big Head had a nice, I believe, 3 or 4 piece to really solidify that victory and just put it to bed, and they carrying off that momentum and coming into here to face off the Hilltoppers, I think that puts them in the best mental state to try and take down that higher seeded team.
I mean, big time. They're definitely going to be feeling good coming off of that win. I mean, anytime you come off a 3-1 victory when, you know, it was probably predicted to end up going the distance, you're definitely going to be feeling very, very good, very confident. But I think they understand that that was a warm-up match. This is going to be the one where things really matter. I mean, this match against St. Edwards, this is pretty much going to tell the story of exactly how good and where exactly these teams are going to be going for the rest of this season. I mean, once the playoffs start, I mean, listen, we know that both of these squads have extremely high aspirations, and once those playoffs start, you're going to be going up against a bunch of teams similar to the one you're about to play right now. So you got to be able to show that you can have a great performance right here, right now. This matchup right here is massive for both of these rosters here today.
Speaking of massive, the things that I'm going to be looking forward as we move into that Gavutu hardpointer, obviously the rotations, we're starting off on that airship idea. That was kind of an open point where we saw a lot of open air chaosness. And when I saw ICC Esports and their last matchup against Texas State, something that I noticed when they move into their respawn mode, specifically the hardpoints, is they start out on that really aggressive push towards P1. And then during P2 and P3, they were kind of letting it slide back. So their keys to victory are going to be staying consistent. Sure, they netted themselves the dub, but if they want to come out and be more higher aggressive, as the Hilltoppers right now are currently a higher ranked team than Texas State that they just played. Texas State was number 12. The Hilltoppers are number 7. So if you're looking to match up a more equal team, you need to remain consistent. If you're going to start off on that aggressive front and run towards P1, keep it going for P2 and P3. Don't worry about the scrap time so much on that first hill. Just make sure you're hitting your rotations. And if you're not hitting your rotations, look towards Alessio to be strong on those breaks.
Hey, well, I mean, you called him out. Alessio's got to keep it up. I mean, did great in the first series of the day, but got to carry that over to the second one right here. This Hilltopper squad sitting in number 7 and going up against, this Pirates squad in number 9. Let me just say this, how standings work. Since ICC just came off win, this matchup right here is going to decide who's ahead of who in the standings for next week. I mean, point blank period. There's no way that the loser of this match is going to find themselves ahead of the other once these standings come out. So I know that right now this match, it has a lot on the line, not just with, the season, but also with that ranking. I know that these teams, they take a lot of pride in that overall ranking.
A lot of pride indeed. I look forward to seeing it every week to see if any teams have moved up. Who's that? I know that they've got the ranked number 1 and 2 team over on the Alpha channel right now, but this is going to be the battle of the Hilltoppers versus the Pirates. We are out on a beach and we have a ship here, so will the Pirates be successful on Gavutu Hardpoint? But we're looking for that open run towards P1 right now, towards that anti-air gun. You've got the Pirates going in hot, and the Hilltoppers right now are kind of trying to surround them as you've got Eons looking to come in from the backside, but will get cut down by Big Head, and it's looking pretty great for ICC so far.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, a great opening break, as you stated, and this squad able to get a bunch of time right now. They've got a great setup as well. I mean, the kill feed is pretty much all going to ICC, as right now only 2 kills for St. Edwards have come through whatsoever. So they're going to be rotating on over, as right now Thresh is going to be locking this one down for St. Edwards, as, just trying to keep these rotations good to go. But as Thresh drops, I mean, ICC now, they already got the scrap time of old. Let's see if they're going to be able to get this new hill as well, because if they get control of this, there's going to be a huge lead for ICC.
Yeah, Jzerk looking to get that scrap time right there. We saw 2 of the members of the Pirates looking to make that rotation onto the ship, which they have completed, with the Hilltoppers looking to make a push to break from the right side of the map. They do have spawns in their favor, but you're just getting cut down. You've got Alessio just holding down the fort right now. They are making this ship their own. I mean, if you're a pirate, that's what you do. You get in on the ship, you take it, but you got Eons finding a nice 2-piece, but I don't think it's going to be enough.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't look like it, because, I mean, right now, St. Edwards only 1 point on the board, finally able to start getting some here. But, I mean, Zerk making another big play, fully streaked out, 7-0. Zerk doing exactly what he needs to do to start this one off, and they have a 70-point advantage. Thresh finally going to be taking him out, but now Zerk going to be respawning, feeling good, having those kill streaks in his back pocket. I mean, this squad right now in ICC, you stated it, I mean, they are not skipping a beat whatsoever, as these rotations right now are coming in for the hill. Looks like St. Edwards are going to be locking this one down early.
Yeah, that was a really great moment for Jzerk to find that glide bomb. I think it'll come in useful later should the tides turn. But, I mean, look at this. They're about to make it a 100-point game, but here comes the glide bomb. Jzerk looking to get the Hilltoppers off that P3. It's a really hard hill to break once they've kind of made it in there. You see the contention going on, but Vanity has moved into the tank, just laying down Jzerk, just waiting for some information to go ahead and get the push in. But that's going to be Alessio and Hyper absolutely firing off. They've frozen it right now. ICC with the break-in, 30 seconds left here. All they have to do is hold. They can make this a nice 100-point game, but the break is coming in as you see. St. Edwards working towards the back. I love that Thresh and Eons are teaming up before this break.
Yeah, they're doing a great job for sure, but I mean, still not able to capitalize with a ton of points right now. It's ICC that are still doing a great job contesting, controlling, and now rotating as well. As you can see, 3 players for ICC are going to be over at next, and it's going to be Reality in the back who's going to be trying to be a thorn in the side, is able to pick off 1. Is this going to be enough to get them the spawns? It doesn't look like it right now, as I mean, Reality in the back of the spawns literally just has to play his life forever while his teammates are pressing the issue in front, and guess what? They've done just that. That's the sandwich, that's the flip. They've got the spawns. St. Edwards and Reality making the big play.
Reality living life on the beach over there, just waiting for the break, and the break is coming in Rome. Would you look at that? You've got Alessio, you've got Hyper, but who is that going to be from behind? That's going to be Vanity. Vanity worked his way through mid-map right there to find a nice 2-piece and prevent the break on from ICC Esports. This was looking like it was going to be a 100-point game, but look at the Hilltoppers now.
Yeah, and unfortunately right now, Vanity, speaking of behind, a little bit behind on the kill feed. Apparently quadruple negative, going to need to pick that one up for sure for St. Edwards, but they are getting back into this game. Now find themselves down only about 20 points, as they are going to be getting a good amount of scrap time. And I mean, heading over to next, I mean, right now, you can see the Pirates doing a good job trying to lock this one down. Big Head able to get a big kill. Reality is going to be able to answer back. Going to need to wait for teammates, as their trades are going to be coming out, and still the Pirates are going to be controlling this one.
Yeah, when the Hilltoppers kind of have the spawns over there on the right side, no one has really solidified themselves onto P5 right now, as Vanity is starting to touch that right there. Reality and Eons are there to have their back, but you've got ICC trying to make a strong showing here as the game is about to be tied up.
Yeah, and right now, I mean, things are just so tough right now for St. Edwards, because I feel like every single time they're trying to find a glimmer of hope, it seems like ICC are just recontrolling the hill, just retaking it over, and just racking up an equal amount of points. And I mean, still going to be keeping about a 40-point lead heading into next. These rotations, I mean, on this second full rotation, we need to see a difference in St. Edwards. They need to be able to hold these hills for longer periods of time.
Yeah, I mean, you've got the Hilltoppers that have already sacrificed that scrap time there to ICC Esports. They've already moved into the anti-air gun, the second set of rotations, so maybe you need to take a separate approach. We see how strong ICC Esports win. They are on that P1. They took P1. They took the majority of the time on P2. The Hilltoppers really started a nice showing on P3. So this is the moment where we need to see something different happen. You've got 40 seconds left here on the second set of rotations, but Vanity is the last one alive on the hill waiting for reinforcements.
Yeah, I mean, definitely going to be a desperate situation right now. Alessio going to need to win that one. Unfortunately, is going to be dropping a Thresh. I mean, yet again, a lot of this scrap time, a lot of these points are just going to be heading over to ICC, as St. Edwards are going to be fighting for next. But I mean, this lead that ICC have found, it seems like every hill is rinse, wash, and repeat. St. Edwards are able to get a little bit close within about 20, and then ICC, they just take over the rest of it, and they re-balloon this lead right on back up. So I want to see if there's going to be a change of pace in this game, or if ICC are just going to keep this consistent lead.
I mean, we were chatting about it. We see Alessio. It's like I told you, watch for Alessio, watch for the breaks. If you got Zerk absolutely popping off. 52 seconds left over here, and teams are just looking to get on the hill right now. But can the Hilltoppers top this hill and make a change in the game?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a close situation for sure. This Big Head is going to be dropping as well. Nobody's currently anywhere near any streak, so, I mean, right now the Pirates are just playing an absolute perfect game, and I mean, you stated it right now. It's a big old ship. Maybe they do have the home field advantage, not just in the matchup, but in the game itself. I mean, right now, this squad is doing absolutely incredible things. Eon's going to need to win this 1v, swap into the pistol. Teammate cleans it up, isn't able to take out Zerk. He flew out the window, and I mean, right now, St. Edwards finally able to get a little bit of this scrap time. This is probably the first hill that they've actually gotten scrap time on. This is actually pretty interesting.
Yeah, they held that really well, but what they needed to look forward to is landing the rotation and connecting the two together. As you can see, it's almost as if the Pirates had just forfeited the scrap time there to make that stand for P3. We know P3 is a money hill, and you can hold it so well, and you see the power positions that you've got. Hyper and Big Head in. Big Head looking to grab the kills on the rotation will fall, but who is that from behind? That's going to be Zerk coming from the flank. Reality just wants to go in there and make the break, but is this going to happen? No, you've got to win your isolated fights, and that's going to be Zerk coming in absolute clutch right there. The Hilltoppers are going to need to make a break at this point right now.
Situation. I mean, right now, anytime that you get down by about 50 and counting, I mean, things are just so dire for you at this point. You got to start winning these rotations, and as you guys can see, yet again, ICC, they're going to be the ones controlling it, and it's going to need to be Eons this time as the thorn in the side. Last time on this hill, it was Reality. Eon's taking the head-on approach. Not going to be working out, so now ICC, I mean, they should be good to go. But no, oh my goodness, Reality and Thresh just went massive as they just walked in and retook this point. And now St. Edwards, I mean, they've got the hill. This could turn into a money hill. If they can get this 50, we're looking at a 10-point game.
Yeah, they really need to step it up here. They've got a good setup. I mean, if you've got Thresh on the AR at that point, just really holding the back of sight and just making sure that no team is coming close, because look at this. Thresh got a line of sight on Alessio here. Alessio known to break kills, looking for that long rotation and a real coordinated move there, but look who that's going to be. Alessio's going to win that fight. Zerk is going to come in, and they are going to overtake the Hilltoppers again. The Hilltoppers are being topped by ICC Esports. Esports, if you are the Hilltoppers right now, you need to put a strong showing because there's 20 points left in this game. It is not a win situation for ICC. It's going to be on P5, but look who's already over on P5. You've got Hyper, you've got Alessio. They are making that rotation. Reality is the only one over there. Going to find some nice critical kills, but is going to be cut down by Big Head. What are you going to do, Rome? This is going to be the moment to shine.
Yeah, you're going to need to have a big break right now. Thresh is going to be dropping as well. ICC, they've got this one locked down. Only need to lock it down for about 5 more seconds. Kills are going to be coming in. It's going to be all up to Eons, but he's going to be dropping as well. Nobody's going to be close enough to touch it, and ICC, they're going to be able to get the big Game 1 win. And I mean, honestly, St. Edwards, they're going to need to wake up a little bit.
Yeah, wake up a bit indeed as we see Big Head himself finding a nice 2-piece. Can we make it 3? And that's the thing. I'm telling you, the work between Big Head and Alessio are just, it's so hard to beat. They came off such a dominating victory against Texas State that the momentum just kind of carried. Look at St. Edwards right now. You've got the stats up on the board. Vanity, 9 and 26. That is really tough to combat when you've got a lot of people. I mean, he had a minute of objective time, but that's not going to win it for them. They've got to win a lot of those isolated fights, and Thresh can't hold their own along with Eons on those points. We need to see full team pushes there. I mean, look at Jay Zerk, my guy over there, 26 and 16, 22 non-traded kills, Rome.
Yeah, that's a great stat for sure. I mean, Jay Zerk definitely did great for sure. I'm looking at the assists, though. Hyper, even though he went 16 and 20, still 13 assists coming out. And, I mean, you look at the damage from the squad, I mean, they're all within about 350 of each other. So anytime it's that even of an output, ICC, their guns are firing right now. Now we get to see if they're going to be able to carry it over into a search and destroy, because now we're going to be heading over to Berlin, where things are definitely going to be slowing down, and it's going to be a lot more methodical pushes coming out.
Methodical pushes indeed, as we just saw on the Alpha channel. ICC actually went to a round 11 search and destroy, and this was the one map they lost over on the Alpha channel. They lost 6-5. So let's be real. Will we see a nice round 11 here with the Pirates and the Hilltoppers, or are we going to see something different? Because if I'm the Hilltoppers right now and just coming off that loss on the Gavutu hardpoint, I want to kind of turn it around here. I know my team is amazing. I have faith in them. Maybe the communication was a little off because maybe things just weren't getting strung together because they were getting in on the hills, but unfortunately just getting broke by ICC. But now you're right. It's a little methodical. Slow it down, work on the communication, and really put it to bed here.
Yeah, precisely. I mean, this is where, St. Edwards is going to need to turn this series around, because let's be honest, ICC, as you stated, they're coming in hot after their 3-1 victory on the Alpha channel, and now coming into here. I mean, they're just looking to carry that momentum over. I don't know, St. Edwards, if they were really that warmed up before that first match, but listen, if you're not warmed up, Search and Destroy is the right mode to be playing to get back into it. So let's see if this St. Edwards squad can get back into this matchup right now, because I'm going to be honest, if they go down 0-2, I don't know. ICC, they might be walking away with it, just because, I mean, they look so good so far in these respawns. I don't know. Like, St. Edwards, they need to figure it out.
Gonna have to figure it out indeed, but where better to do it than that Berlin search and destroy? But I mean, everything that ICC Esports did looked very consistent with what they did against Texas State, but they just did it better. It was as if they upped their game and kind of took the ante. I told you, they start off strong, go for that P1, but they kind of strung a lot more things together, and I think they played really well, and I'm sure they're gonna continue that momentum onto the search and destroy. I mean, we've got Berlin, so yeah. We've got some really nice sites. We're going to look for those mid-map like picks to catch those rotations. It's going to be a lot of information sharing. So if the team works really well together, I mean, they could, you're right, take it 2-0. But then that would mean that the Hilltoppers are going to need to reverse sweep this out to a game 5. And that's just not the situation you want to be right now. If the Hilltoppers don't take this 1-1, it's going to be kind of a nightmare.
Yeah, definitely could be a nightmare pretty quickly. I mean, listen, we talked about it with these squads coming in. I mean, their records speak for themselves. And, I mean, 12-4, 12-4 each in the S&D respectively. So, if I'm looking at that, I mean, somebody's got to break the mold. So, somebody's going to be coming out with a better record at the end of the day. I'm excited to see who. But I'm really looking at this. I mean, if St. Edwards is going to be turning this game around, it's got to be now. I mean, you go to the control where ICC are now 10-1. And, I mean, St. Edwards, they're sitting at 10-1 right now as well in control. That one is a toss-up, in my opinion. Anytime that you get two squads that are that good at control, you never know which way it's going to go. And the fact that the first respawn went the way of ICC, if I'm saying Edwards, I do not want to be in that O2 hole heading into this map number 3. So this map number 2 right here in Search and Destroy, this one, in my opinion, is going to decide the series. But who knows? We got to wait and find out.
You're right. And I'm saying that O2 against Big Head and Alessio, but look at who was the standout of that Gavutu hardpoint. You had Jzerk, who was absolutely phenomenal, who netted over 2 minutes of objective time, in addition to fragging out so cleanly. So that's the thing. When you've got 3 people that are just absolutely standing out and they just work so well together, and then the 4th also has equal damage and took a ton of assists, it's like, how do you combat that if you're the Hilltoppers? Go into this moment and just kind of take it slow, catch your breath, reassess, watch what the Pirates are doing, and really just change up your play style.
Yeah, at the end of the day, figure out exactly what you need to do. I mean, Search and Destroy, it's all about adapting, adjusting, understanding how the enemy team is going to be setting up on the defensive side, how they're going to be setting up on the offensive side, what kind of pushes they're going to be going with. I mean, I want to see exactly who's going to be having that sniper potentially overlooking B. Going to be a lot of situations I'm going to be looking for, and at the end of the day, it's going to be coming down to that teamwork. This is one of those maps where, you know, the individual plays, they don't typically happen all that often, in my opinion, compared to other Search and Destroy maps. In my opinion, right now, this one, it's really all about that teamwork, that coordination, making sure that you're covering all your bases, covering all your lanes, making sure nobody's going to be slipping through the cracks, then you'll be all right.
Yeah, we just got to make sure that you're right. Nothing does slip through the cracks. We've got the Hilltoppers on the offensive front right now with ICC on the defense. Look at Reality just firing off some nice moments. But you got Eons with the bomb sitting mid-map right now. Looks like the Pirates just looking for some information and just trying to play for some audio.
Yeah, and I mean, that's, you know, definitely not a bad play right now. Eons just going to be playing extremely patient, as, I mean, they are eventually setting up to go B, but as you can see, Big Head is going to spot Reality and is able to pick off him for the first blood. That's going to be a big kill coming in for Big Head. He's now got complete control of this A site, but guess what? All 3 of these players, they're going to be waiting up top in the mailroom, and now finally Eons and company of St. Edwards, they're going to be making their play on to B, clearing this one out, getting the bomb down for their spawn. Now it's going to be the 4v3 retake that has to come in from ICC.
Yeah, I really like the play to move to B, but I think we're just waiting on the air for Big Head to get the notification to move that the push has been B, and you see that come through as Big Head works his way through mid right now. We're going to have a lot of contest here in this building.
For sure, but Thresh is going to be dropping, leaving Vanity alone in the 1v4. Now 20 seconds remaining. I mean, they're hunting for him. Bomb is starting to be defused now. Vanity's going to need to get on this one. Needs to check it at the last second, but no. Vanity is going to get taken out at the last second, not able to stop the defuse. So ICC having a very, very strong start. That was a beautiful defensive round coming out of them.
Definitely very well. Look at Alessio right here with a clean kill on Vanity. I love the way that that team just kind of pushed in and overtook inside for the defuse. My thing is, you got to play the audio so well at that point. It's like you should be able to hear that 3 people have moved in onto the bomb and they're starting to defuse. They're going to hop onto it as quickly as possible. And if you're Vandy, it's so hard. Like, what are you going to do in that 1v3 situation? Just jump out? They're going to get picked off no matter what. So let's see what they can do. ICC Esports right now on the offensive. Playing looks to be like they're going to be playing for B-side as well, but look at Vanity right now. If I'm not mistaken, I would be surprised if he pulled out the sniper right now to watch that top line.
And big time. I mean, oh man, and Alessio is going to be able to pick up one. Alessio does drop though, unfortunately. Now Jzerk in the 3v2 advantage currently for ICC. They are able to get the bomb down. This is a big situation right now coming out for them. Thresh is going to be able to pick up one. Yeah, huge kill for sure. Making it a 2v2 situation.
2v2 situation, indeed. You got Reality trying to move in a little bit closer to that location, but I like this setup from Hyper and Jzerk just taking into that warehouse. But look at Thresh right now trying to pull some big plays.
Exactly. Thresh did spot the player, but the bomb starting to get defused. Finally, Hyper's able to take him out. Thresh going to need to pick up 2 in quick succession. Guess what? Bomb timer is not going to be letting him do that. But guess what? Neither is the players. ICC going to be going up 2-0 now extremely solid start to them in this search and destroy. They are not letting up whatsoever. They're not trying to go back to that 6-6 situation. Or 5-5, excuse me.
Yeah, they are just really playing off the momentum here. And it's like they are just carrying that energy forward here against the Hilltoppers. And at this point, it's like, how do you put an end to such a dominating performance? I mean, you've got Hyper right now, 4-0, looking to potentially get to 7, get some streaks. I mean, he's playing really well. You've got the whole team, right? But look at Vanity and Reality on the Hilltoppers, currently 0-2. If you're Vanity, if you're Reality, you're going to have to step it up. And now is the time. You don't want to wait too long as Big Head and Hyper make it already a 4v2 situation.
Yeah, and that A push just didn't work out whatsoever, and now Reality and Thresh are left in an extremely unfortunate situation. I mean, 2v4, the bomb's already down, and they are completely surrounding this bomb as well. They also are going to be spotting out Reality, so I mean, definitely not going to be long for this world, as right now Reality just essentially buying time. They know exactly where they are. They probably know exactly how they're going to want to try to push this one out. So Reality is making a little bit of a sneaky play off to the side. He's going to be looking to pick up one. Puts out the nice stun. They're going to need to get a big kill in order to open this one up. They are starting to get some decent control, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. And yeah, Reality drops. Thresh gets the trade. Thresh almost able to turn and get a second, but no, ICC playing it so smart. Going to be taking the solid 3-0 advantage. My goodness.
Yeah, I love that change in playstyle that they made to try and go A, but unfortunately, when you're ICC and you're Big Head, you've just got it absolutely locked down. It's like as if they were ready for that A push. Maybe we got a lot of fortune tellers out there, Rome. Maybe they were just like, hey, we know we are absolutely demoing the Hilltoppers right now, and maybe they're going to try to make that play to go A, switch it up, but right now, you got the Hilltoppers on defensive. This is the moment. You do not want to go up 4-0 on Search and Destroy. You want to make sure you at least take this to a 3-1 and start working towards putting some points on the board, because right now, ICC is so dominating. They're in their zone. Big Head right now with the bomb. But one thing that the Hilltoppers did do is they went ahead and cut down Hyper streaks, and I think that was fair.
I mean, yeah, big time. I mean, anytime you're able to eliminate those streaks, I mean, it's definitely going to be boding well for your future, giving you even more of a chance. And I mean, that first blood onto Big Head is going to be a massive one for sure for the St. Edwards roster. The question is, are they going to be able to keep this one locked down? I mean, only 25 seconds to defuse this one. Vanity is able to get one. Probably going to be hopping this bomb. And yes, that's exactly what he's going to do. But it's a 2v2 situation with him defusing the bomb. Now a 1v1 situation, Thresh versus Jzerk. And they are able to get the bomb defused. Vanity so smartly getting on that one. And St. Edwards picking up a big first win. I mean, ICC, they got to look at the bomb, you know?
Yeah, the Hilltoppers did exactly what they needed to do. Vanity picking up that clean snipe and enabling the ability to get into the bomb site and start defusing. We saw the member of the Pirates moving through mid-map and trying to push towards the bomb site. They just were not quick enough. ICC did not check. Once Vanity hit that snipe, the call out should have came in. Hey, danger zone, they may hop on the defuse, because that's exactly what Vanity did. Had he waited any longer, that defuse may have not happened, and I'm glad they did that. But now is the moment where they need to start putting some rounds and stringing them together. But you've got the Hilltoppers going for that A push, but it's overextended, and look at Hyper just waiting.
Waiting in the wings. Eon with the bomb in hand right now. I mean, rotating all the way around to B.
Going on an adventure.
Yeah, a whole trip right now. Thresh is able to pick up the first blood onto Alessio, and that's going to be a big one for sure. And now St. Edwards, they are able to get this bomb down, and they're going to have it planted for their spawn as long as they open those doors. Which it does look like. Eon's did. It looks like he did open the door. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm guessing he would open the door. But I mean, right now they're completely set up perfectly. ICC, they're going to need to break this one. Oh, Big Head needs to go huge, but no, Reality going to be picking up the kill. Now it's going to be Jzerk. Oh, he knew the situation. 1v3, most likely not going to be winning it. That's just a situation where you say, you know what, let me try to hit a really quick clip on you.
I'm pretty sure ICC Esports just literally threw that round.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that bomb should have never rotated outside of A, through the back of the map, all the way up to B without being seen. I get that was a really nice call to kind of throw them off and maybe make them think it was an A push. Meanwhile, he rotated all the way through. But Big Head needed to pick up that kill. You needed to win your isolated fights, but ICC cannot be doing this right now. They need to, if they want to win this series, they need to keep going. Nice first blood by Hyper, but is it going to be enough? Bomb is going to go down towards A, but look at Eons in reality.
Yeah, yet again, I mean, Eons and Thresh both dropping, and now ICC looking pretty good for sure. I mean, reality ducking and diving out of there, as they did call him out, so see if reality can make a play happen, as he was able to get away, but still going to need to defuse this bomb, and it's going to be Hyper picking up the kill, currently on a 2 spree. And I believe that was Hyper that got the 3rd as well. So, you know, this squad in ICC, they're playing consistent. They're still doing their job, and they're up 4-2, only 2 rounds away from victory.
I mean, they did exactly what they needed to do. They needed to answer back off that kind of weird round that they had. We know that their first search and destroy of the day went to around 11. So the fact that they're sitting 4-2 is feeling a little better. I mean, you got Hyper on that 8-3. Jzerk may just need to step it up, but I mean, he's pretty consistent right now, but if he wants to be a little more aggressive, sure, go for it. But if you're looking at the Hilltoppers, you've got Eons and Vanity. Eons has got the bomb, but I'm looking for Eons to maybe win those more isolated fights and kind of hold it together to be there throughout the duration of the round. You've got Hyper watching A site. You see the call coming in as Alessio and Jzerk are rotating in. Jzerk checking a nice rotation of the back, and here comes the kill. Reality finding a nice one on Hyper.
Yeah, big time. First blood coming out. Trade is going to be coming in, though. It's exactly what ICC needed. Thresh is going to be able to pick up 1 as well. So they're going to have complete control of this site. Bomb starting to go down, but guess what? Alessio, if he has something to say about it, making it a 2v2 situation. That bomb still has not went down yet, so was able to get them off of it. I mean, now St. Edward's going to need to find a way to plant this bomb.
Yeah, I think honestly, Vanity's just waiting for the call. You know that you've got the 2 players of ICC Esports coming in. The call has been made. Alessio is there to help out Big Head. Big Head just waiting for that bomb to start going down. But honestly, what do you do at this point? Do you start throwing it down? Here it goes. What is Big Head going to do to answer back to this?
I think Big Head's just going to wait for that. Yep, exactly. Perfect. Just get the exit kill. Now you understand there's only going to be 1 left. Thresh right now going to do a little bit of a loop-de-loop. Oh, my goodness. Big Head was waiting for him, though. Woof. What a play by Big Head. ICC going to be going up 5-2.
Look, Big Head's feeling really confident right now with that defuse. A nice critical kill right there. I honestly thought Thresh was going to have it. I didn't know Big Head was going to come in from behind and just really take it like that. You got 5-2. This is such a better story than what ICC Esports was having up against Texas State. So, you know, ICC is feeling phenomenal right now, Rome.
I mean, yeah, big time. I mean, they're looking to go 5-1 so far in map count on the day. I mean, things are looking great for them all around. I mean, they are making this number 7 squad in St. Edwards look like they shouldn't be ahead of ICC. That's all I'm going to be saying. But we got to see if this story is going to keep on going in favor of this ICC roster. But currently, that's not going to be the case as they find themselves in a 2v3 disadvantage. The bomb in the hands of Big Head, though. He's going to be able to get into the spawn, is going to be able to work around, and is he going to be flanking B or A? That's going to be the question. It looks like B is going to be the bomb of choice. Now this is going to be very, very tricky. He's going to need to clear this out completely and win the big 1v1 against Vanity eventually. Let's see how this one plays out.
Yeah, I'm just not feeling very confident towards this B push, but as you can see, the 1 Hilltopper already... Let's see, that was going to be critical right there, but unfortunately, Vanity is going to win that isolated fight against Big Headed. Bomb is going to be down. If you're Alessio, this is the moment to shine and see if you can retake this, but you've only got 30 seconds left on the clock, and unfortunately, you're just not going to have the time. You're not going to win your isolated fight, and unfortunately, when you're in a 1v3 situation, you're kind of already down right there with 30 seconds, and you don't really have a lot of time to be strategic in that regain, so great job, St. Edwards, right there.
Oh, yeah, big time. I mean, definitely doing a great job for sure. Whew, the thing is that ICC are still on match point. So if you're St. Edwards, you still got to win 3 more rounds in a row. I mean, this is definitely not going to be an easy task, especially the fact that they're on the offensive side right now. It means they got to win 2 offenses just to send this 1-2 in overtime. And we just got to wait and find out if this squad's going to be capable of that right here, right now.
Right here, right now, and look at it. We've got a nice A push that's leaving Hyper in his typical fashion right there to watch A, but this time they're not pushing in as quickly as usual. They're looking to get some information, maybe play for some sound. You can see that the call out has come out, and Eons is going to take a nice kill on Hyper that's going to leave A completely unopen as ICC Esports is sitting there mid-map, but look at the rotation coming in. This is going to be nice if you're ICC Esports.
Yeah, because ICC, they are waiting, and woof, man, that was the wrong place to rotate to. Eon's right now going to be in the mailroom, going to be working his way around. But this is the thing, is that this squad and ICC, they know exactly where you are. Alessio and Jzerk, I don't think they're going to be letting any funny business happen. I mean, you can see right now Alessio doing a great job watching over the whole backside of this building, making sure that there's no way that this player Neon is going to be able to make something happen. And yeah, perfect play. ICC able to secure the search and destroy, going up 2-0 now in the series. Whew, I mean, right now this squad is on a roll right here. St. Edwards, you got to start the reverse sweep, and I mean, reverse sweeps, they don't happen all that often.
They really don't happen all that often, and I know I called this a nice 3-2 in favor of St. Edwards, so that's exactly what would need to happen. If for some reason St. Edwards comes out and reverse sweeps the entire thing, then my call is accurate. My call is true, and I feel very victorious in that moment. But let's go ahead. Let's check out some of the stats we got right now. ICC Esports, you got Alessio, 9-4, Big Head, 8-5, Hyper, 8-6. I mean, look, once again, pretty much even for the entire team without Jzerk. I mean, 3-4 held himself together there, so it worked out really well.
Yeah, I mean, big time. I mean, this squad all around. I mean, listen, I'm just going to say it all around. This squad, ICC, every single person on their team is putting in work. Jzerk, yes, you might have dropped 347 damage, but you still were only 3-4. You still were pretty even. You still did your job. You were still a hot body on the map, giving callouts, doing your job. So, I mean, ICC, at the end of the day, flawless performance yet again. I mean, I don't even know what to say about this roster, because I was expecting a much closer matchup. I was expecting a lot of these rounds to be a lot closer, but, I mean, ICC are just all around looking like the better team today.
Yeah, ICC is looking really strong. I mean, maybe it's the confidence. Maybe it's just, you're right, the team dynamics. They all know what they need to do. They all put in equal work and just pretty much show out. And right now, if you're the Hilltoppers, what are you going to do? We're moving back into that respawn mode. I believe it's going to go back to that double dose of Gavutu. We're going to control, and we know just how strong the Pirates were on the beach.
Yeah, exactly. You know, the Pirates, they looked very, very good. Home field advantage, if you will. So, I mean, right now it's seeming like that juju that I had for St. Edwards is not coming through for them whatsoever. It seems like it was actually just their own skill that got them that record. Not my luck as a caster. So I don't know what that bodes for the rest of this series, but who knows? Because right now ICC, they're looking absolutely incredible. And as you stated, I mean, we're going back to Gavutu. I mean, Gavutu hardpoint, ICC looked absolutely incredible. So now coming to this control, I'm expecting, honestly, them to probably carry away with this one yet again. I don't know if it's going to be looking like a 3-1 fashion or 3-0, but I'm seeing ICC taking this one.
I completely agree with you. Well, now that we're up 2-0 in favor of ICC Esports, I did get to witness their match over on the Alpha channel against Texas State in that control mode. And let me just tell you, it was all Big Head, it was all Alessio, and they were putting up impeccable numbers. I just can't even fathom how you're going to combat the aggression of those two players. I mean, they were just running it around, making it look like it was TDM at that point. So, I mean, they're just having fun. It's just another night in COD. They're looking to grow, maybe get a higher ranking for the next week here in Stage 2. And it's just all fun and games at this point. But if you're St. Edwards, I mean, now is the time. You really need to turn it around. You know, the Pirates, they do have that home field advantage, and you just got to come out strong. Maybe, I keep saying change up your playstyle, because something is clearly not working in those isolated fights, or maybe those mid-map approaches. Something just isn't clicking, and I feel as if that team is so good, so talented. There's a clear reason why they are ranked number 7 currently. So what are they going to do?
Hey, listen, I have no idea. They've got to pull something out of that hat. They got to turn to some magicians for sure. But, hey, listen, I'm not sure if that's going to happen. We're going to be sending it to a short break while we get these players in the lobby, make sure that everyone is situated, everything is good to go. We know you'll love hearing us rant, but, hey, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, let's go get some water ourselves. We'll see you right back after this short break. Be right back. We are hopping right into it. ICC are currently up 2-0 in the series. St. Edwards going to need to fight back in this control right here and now, starting off on the defensive side. But ICC, I mean, they've done such a great job in all of these respawns that we've seen from them today, whether it's on Alpha or Bravo. Let's see if they can keep that momentum going, as they are going to be starting off the kill feed all blue, and they're going to be capturing B at the same time. This is interesting.
Hey, I love the push straight for that B site, but look at Big Head right now putting in the life. But you've got Vanity, you've got Eons looking to make that come and get inside there. But unfortunately, it's just not going to happen. You got Eons right now making a life, trying to prevent any kind of operations over there. But Alessio making the presence known down on A.
Yeah, they are going to be able to get that full reset over at B, so no ticks of progression coming through, but already one tick of progression coming through on this A point. And ICC doing a great job. Yes, they were able to put some pressure onto B, and that helped them be able to get 2 ticks already at A. And now you see Alessio doing a great job moving on over. And I think that St. Edwards understand the situation. A is gone. That is a lost cause. It's time to defend B for 2 minutes.
Yeah, you're at a life disadvantage already if you're the Hilltoppers. ICC Esports just took down A. They're looking to make this the victory, but you've got 23 lives to try and get onto that B site that the Hilltoppers have just kind of made their home. But look at Eons kind of going through the flank on the mid-map, but who is behind him? It's going to be Hyper.
Yeah, I mean, Hyper yet again on the map doing incredible things. I mean, woo, Eons.
You say that, but Eons just absolutely finessed them. Took a nice 2-piece and then came from behind and punched it out. I can't believe that just happened. But I mean, if you're ICC Esports, you still got 18 lives to get over to that B zone. But all the fighting is happening mid-map right now. So the Hilltoppers are doing a really great job of defending this. But Big Head looking to make something different. I think he's trying to go behind and flank on Eons and Thresh right now. He needs to make this happen.
Yeah, definitely a good play. If he can make it worth something, he's going to be able to pick up one. If he can get a second one, this is going to be massive for this squad in ICC. Is right now, I mean, they are up by 2 lives. Make that one. And St. Edwards fighting back valiantly. Is it going to be too little, too late? I mean, the kill's still going in favor of ICC as they're currently up by 3. 40 seconds remaining. Plenty of time right now for ICC to just play lives. Keep on pushing this one out. I mean, right now they're doing an absolute great job. There is going to be only 2 waves of live for St. Edwards left. I mean, ICC, this next push right here, this one might end up deciding it, because that's going to be 2 kills going the way of St. Edwards. They're locking it down.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what ICC's game plan here is for B. They're making really uncoordinated pushes. I love the flank that they're using Big Head to do to try to come behind that B side, but now they've already read that. So they're going to have to make a coordinated approach, and Alessio finds a nice kill, but Vanity is going to go ahead and find Big Head. You've got 8 lives left remaining. It was tied up, but now it's tied at 7. You got 5 seconds. You got to touch B, or it's all over here. Come on, Alessio, get in there, but you will be cut down by reality, and it's just not going to be enough. The Hilltoppers are gonna take that early win right there, putting them up for the first time in this series against ICC.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be a big confidence booster for them for sure. But now the question is how is your offensive side going to look? Yes, you were able to win a defense, but at the end of the day, defense is the favored side. So what are you going to do right here? Are you going to be able to show this ICC roster that you're going to be giving them a fight on their hands on the offensive side as they did to you, or is this one going to be a one-sided affair? Let's just wait and find out. Vandy definitely going to need to keep on picking it up for his roster. Still 3-8, still double negative, so still going to need to pick it up for St. Edwards for sure.
Yeah, pick it up indeed. I think the move here would be to go ahead and try to cap B first. It's going to be that more difficult site to get, but I just don't think that's going to happen. You've got ICC right now focusing with the presence from the Hilltoppers on A, and you know, at this point, it's like, what are you gonna do? Big Head and Alessio are so strong in this site, and what are you gonna do? I say that as Eons makes that move to get a nice presence on B, not necessarily gonna get that first tick because Jzerk is gonna work his way up there. Great read, but now they're focusing. I love what they're doing with Hyper and Jzerk, pairing them in the mid-map to wait for that break.
Yeah, precisely. Doing a great job for sure. Alessio and Jazer going to be picking up a couple of kills for themselves. And, I mean, ICC, they're doing a great job on this defensive end so far, up by 4 kills. No ticks of progression have come through. Yes, the B attempt did come halfway through to 1 tick, but at the end of the day, it's not going to mean much. So this St. Edward's squad, 30 seconds remaining, going to need to keep on slaying out. Finally, things are going to be going in their favor as they are going to start to get some progression at A. They also got Reality over at B as well. The thing is, Reality playing a little bit of a sneaky position alongside this fence. He's able to pick up one, not able to pick up the second. Oh, is able to pick up the second, excuse me. But finally does get traded out as that trade came through. So, I mean, still, great job. I don't think that tick of progression came through at B, though, as it's so close, but it looks like it didn't come through yet.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it counted. If not, it's going to count soon, because here's the deal. Reality did everything that he needed to do. I feel like he was trying to get a little bit of a presence on B, but also deter and split ICC Esports at that point, because it enabled them to be able to capture the A zone. But here's the deal. You have 1 minute, 13 seconds left, 18 and 20 lives left equally on the clock. But what are you going to do? This was the hard site to take. And this is going to be interesting. Look at the mid-map hole. Big Head finding a nice kill on Reality, but can the Hilltoppers make a coordinated approach and get their presence onto B? They have 50 seconds left.
It's going to be a tough situation for sure. Looking at this one, I mean, the Hilltoppers, I don't know. Like, at this point, like, they were able to finally get these kills in their favor. So, I mean, that's just massive in itself. So, I don't know. ICC, it felt like the first half of this round, they were absolutely doing incredible. And now they're starting to fall apart. I don't know what happened, but right now St. Edward's have complete control of B, and unless ICC do something about this immediately, this is going to be a St. Edward's round. Oh my goodness, that kill was huge coming in from Jzerk, as they are going to be able to get this one back and keep this timer on dwindling on down. Now one more push going to be coming in. I don't think the kills are going to be mattering much, so ICC doing a great job for sure, as Eons is also going to be having the streaks coming out. It's going to be 2 big kills coming in for them. That's going to be 3. Is this going to be the push for this squad at the very end with 18 seconds left? It looks like it is. And they're going to be capturing this one. Nobody's going to be able to stop it. Wow, St. Edward's answering back in the control, saying, you know what? You might be 10-1. We're also 10-1. We can answer back too.
I'm sorry, but that glide bomb that Eons threw down to take out Big Head won them that round.
Yeah.
They could not get Big Head out of that tank area, and the moment that Eons brought out the glide bomb, nuked Big Head, and it was able to move in full-fledged on that site, there was just really nothing that ICC Esports could do at that point. We know how strong Big Head and Alessio look on the respawn mode, specifically in control, but unfortunately things are just not stringing together for them. When you've got Eons, who is 18-8 right now, pulling out the big shots and having that streak on hand.
Yeah, definitely an unfortunate situation. And, oof, I mean, ICC, I don't even know. They've got to figure out a way to reverse sweep in this game itself. 3 rounds of control in a row. It's definitely going to be a difficult one, especially when they're, you know, on the offensive end. You need to win a couple of them in a row, and I mean, that's just so difficult. Let's be honest. I mean, right now, Alessio currently 15-9, doing a great job. Hyper 6-17. Gonna need to pick it up just a little bit for this ICC squad. But right now, the story of the day is Eons currently sitting at 19-9, double positive for St. Edward's.
Double positive indeed. You've got ICC making some progress over at A, but I mean, to be fair, that's because all the Hilltoppers were nuking what was going on at the B site. But now you've got Hyper waiting for some reinforcements, who's 7-17 right now, so we know he's having a little bit of difficulty winning those isolated fights. And as I say that, he picks up a nice 2-piece with Alessio coming in with those reinforcements. They're about to get that final tick done at A site. Their lives, they have 3 up on them with 55 seconds on the clock, so they're going to go into trying to cap B with a little under 2 minutes. But we know this is where we saw ICC falter ahead of time during that first offensive round. So can they put it together, enact some changes? We saw a lot of rotational kills that came in clutch, but unfortunately it just wasn't enough in that first time. Can they do it here, Rome?
I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, this is the thing, though, is that this squad in ICC, they've got the capabilities of making a comeback. They've just got to do it 1 round at a time at the end of the day. This is definitely still a winnable situation if they can start to get some momentum, as right now they do have that 8-kill advantage. And they are getting some nice progress in at B. So St. Edward's going to need to find an answer for sure and going to need to find it quick. Trades are not going to be the answer because that is going to be victory for ICC. So right now they have doubled their lives. ICC are making so many great plays. Ooh, man. I think we might see this ICC squad make a little bit of a comeback in this game.
Yeah, I think the fire has definitely been lit out from underneath them. They're about to push this just on lives alone. They have the time. They have it. The cap is almost there. Hilltoppers with no more respawns available, but that's okay because ICC Esports is going to take that B zone, putting them on the board here in control for the first time. Still down one map, but that was all Big Head all day. Big Head and Alessio really, the fire came back from underneath them. They worked really well together as a team, and that is exactly what we saw ICC Esports play against Texas State, and they just need to keep going on that. But can you string it together? Can you string another one?
Yeah, I mean, right now you got to just be able to get that momentum and, you know, carry on, act like it's a 1-0 situation for you, not like you're sitting here, you lose one more round, it's all over. You got to be able to focus on up as Jays are going to be walking into Eon's back saying thank you very much. And ICC going to be having a very solid start to this defensive side as, I mean, the Sneaky Beaver in reality over there at this B point. It's just going to be trying to set up to make a play. And, I mean, this could be very, very risky if St. Edwards aren't able to capitalize off of this B push.
Yeah, the call needed to come in. You've got Big Head who needs to make the rotation now, but you see it's going to come in. Look at Jzerk making the move away from A to go towards that because the Hilltoppers are full pushing B at this point in time, so you gotta have to combat that. You gotta win those isolated fights and keep moving on. The reinforcements are not coming in from the ICC Esports just yet. They're starting to spawn in, but look at all the time that the Hilltoppers are gonna get on the B zone. I don't know if it's gonna be enough to get them that first tick of progress because here it comes.
Here we go. I mean, almost got it. But that's the thing is that this squad in ICC, they're locking it down so well. Kills are coming out, and they're pushing it out as well. Now it's going to need to be the A point that St. Edwards focus their sights on. I mean, you got Hyper over here playing that thorn in the side, trying to make sure the St. Edwards squad can't set up onto this A point. I mean, right now, this squad, finally, St. Edwards are going to be able to clear it out, and they're going to need to start getting all this time, get all these ticks of progression in right here, right now. They cannot afford to get wiped out.
Cannot afford to get wiped out, indeed, as the Hilltoppers right now taking life control in the form of being up on 3 lives, 25 seconds on the clock remaining, but that's okay because they're going to go ahead and take the A site now, giving them 1 minute, 20 seconds to cap B. But I love the placement of Alessio right now, waiting for those mid-map rotations, but it's all going to be on Eons right now. Will the call come out? Will he sight Eons? I believe that Alessio has him in his sights. He's going to pick up a nice kill. That was absolutely beautiful, giving Big Head and Hyper the time to really set up in those power positions to fend off the Hilltoppers.
Yeah, I mean, definitely a great one for sure. I mean, now looking at this situation, you got St. Edwards and Thresh currently sitting at 24-17 on a 3 spree. Going to be looking to carry this one on. Is finally going to be dropped. It's ICC answer right on back. I mean, they are doing such a great job of locking this one down. 35 seconds remaining. No ticks of progression have come in. Lives are even. I think we're going to be seeing an overtime round.
Yeah, the only thing I want to see not happen is the overextension between Alessio and Jzerk. That's the only thing that I'm nervous. You got Jzerk, who's kind of so close, and I just need him to win the isolated fights. He does. Jzerk turns around and gets a nice kill on Eons and finds the second on Thresh. Well, Big Head picks up reality. The spawns are not in the Hilltoppers' favor, so they don't have a lot of time to regain. I think the clock's gonna run out. Can Vanity touch the site? No, he's gonna get cut down by Hyper. I just don't think the Hilltoppers are gonna have enough time to even touch, and this is going to be an immense win by ICC Esports right there, bringing it 2-2 in control.
Yeah, big time. And now it's going to be a big question is, you know, can this squad win one more defense? I would assume that ICC are going to have the defensive side. We just got to wait and find out right here, right now. It does appear that it is going to be ICC, yes, on that defensive side. So St. Edwards going to need to do something that, I mean, honestly, in the round that they were able to win on that offensive side, it looks so difficult. So let's see if ICC can learn from their mistakes.
Learn from their mistakes indeed. Here it goes. They are full pushing over towards that A site. This is where it is all going to go down. We were talking about reverse sweeps, but when we said reverse sweeps, we really meant that we wanted to see the Hilltoppers reverse sweep, but not ICC Esports reverse sweeping up into the control. Hyper finding a nice 5 streak, make that 6. He's 1 away from a glide bomb, which we saw just how coveted that can be here on Gavutu when you need to clear a site.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that can be absolutely massive. I mean, sitting here at this situation, I mean, Reality doing a great job on the point. Gonna need to stay alive. Trying to capture 1 tick of progression at B, and they are able to do it. This is huge right now for the Hilltoppers. I mean, Tiff, anytime you're able to get 1 early at B, that's going to be massive for you later. And are they going to be able to get 2? Oh, my goodness. If they can get 2, that's going to be huge. Oh, my goodness. No way. Reality going massive. Going to need to pick up 1 more. No. Finally going to get shut down. So they are going to be stopping that at 1 tick of progression. But guess what? Over at A, they're going to be getting 2 ticks of progression. St. Edwards are playing this offense absolutely incredibly.
Reality held it together so long on B that the Hilltoppers were able to run towards A and cap the full site, giving them 21 lives and a little less than 2 minutes to get to that B site. But here's the difference. They already have 1 tick of progression. But if ICC Esports can recreate exactly what they did last round and really set up kindly and great, they know what they need to do to keep the Hilltoppers off this site. And as I say that, look who has moved in. That is going to be the Hilltoppers. You got Thresh living in the back right there. And as I'm just cursing these people left and right, Rome.
I mean, listen, at the end of the day, they got to do some of the work themselves. Eons, oh man, is able to pick up 1. That's going to be big for St. Edwards. They currently do have that 3-kill advantage. But at the end of the day, it is going to be ICC with the setup. It's going to be St. Edwards that are going to need to break it. 1 minute remaining. Ooh, man, this one is coming down to the wire. ICC, they could put them away right here, right now. They get in this series, send us all home tonight. Or St. Edwards could extend this series to see another hard point and potentially push us to that reverse sweep situation, but it's going to need to start right here, right now. And Big Head doing a great job of ICC of locking it down, trying to keep this push from happening anywhere near this beach. As you stated, I mean, the Pirates, home field advantage, they're not trying to give it up.
Yeah, you've got Big Head working that mid-map, trying to prevent all the rotations, but all eyes are on Reality right now as he goes ahead and gets that kill on Big Head, but the trade comes in, which is what is going to be critical. There's 24 seconds on the clock remaining, so they have plenty of lives, but the issue is going to be the time, and Vanity moves in to stop the clock right now, but unfortunately, it's going to be cut down. Great kill by Big Head. Can the Hilltoppers get there, Rome?
That's going to be the big question. I mean, it's going to be taking 1 final push right here, right now. This kill from Reality is going to be coming up big, but no. Big Head's going to be winning that, but Vanity and Thresh coming up huge for this squad. And now ICC going to need to defend, going to need to get them off, as guess what? They've got control of the tank. Are the Hilltoppers going to be able to top them off 1 more time and get control? No. As that is going to be ICC coming in, clearing this one out. Reality's coming in, but he's going to get taken out, and that is going to be ICC getting the reverse sweep in the control. My goodness, Tiff, what an incredible series.
That was absolutely insane. The fact that ICC Esports did not have any more respawns left. All the Hilltoppers had to do was survive just a little bit longer. The fact that it came down to no lives on ICC Esports, less than 5 seconds of time. Once we saw that last Hilltopper fall to the hands of the Pirates, it was all over right there on the beaches of Gavutu, Rome. And look at these stats. You've got Big Head, 32-30. A lot of this was really close, but here's what I'm looking at. Look at the assists on Big Head and Hyper, and then look at Alessio with that 35-23. Phenomenal.
Oof, yeah, the untraded kills, always an incredible story. Look at the damage from Big Head, 4,900 damage. Literally farming the lobby. I mean, Big Head coming out on top yet again. ICC definitely making a case to leapfrog St. Edwards in the rankings for next week. I mean, a 3-0, that is a way to put out a statement right there. Wow. Like, what an all-around great performance from ICC. we thought that this was going to be closer. I'm not going to lie. We got 2 3-0s on the night for us. I mean, we didn't see it coming, honestly, but at the end of the day, it was an incredible show.
An incredible show indeed, and congratulations to ICC Esports for taking home 2 dubs today. Absolutely phenomenal. But let's go ahead and take a quick look at the maps right now to see how this day shook up for ICC Esports over here. We've got the hard point Gavutu. It went to the Pirates with that 250 to 170. Back to Search and Destroy on Berlin for a nice 6-3, the Pirates victory. And then back to the Beaches with the Pirates home field advantage where they reverse swept it to make it a 3-2. Rome, what a night.
Yeah, absolutely incredible stuff coming out. ICC able to really put the icing on this cake that was the CCL in Week 10. And, I mean, overall, this squad coming out, they had high aspirations coming into the day. They understood that, guess what? You know what, St. Edwards, they just came off of a pretty tough situation. So who knows? I mean, they might be able to make something happen, and they were able to do just that in ICC. I mean, we saw them go, what was it, 6-1 completely on the day in map count. So, I mean, this squad right here looking absolutely incredible. And now St. Edwards going to be taking a hard loss. Going to need to go back to that drawing board. Going to need to rewatch that tape. I know that control is going to be hurting after having that 2-0 advantage. But, hey, at the end of the day, you live and you learn.
Live and you learn indeed. And when you mentioned that aggressive victory on the offensive for the Hilltoppers, I gotta give it to them. They brought out the glide bomb, they brought out the works, and unfortunately, it just wasn't enough. But when you get reverse swept in control, that's gotta hurt. That's gotta not feel good right there. But in the end, ICC Esports was just better.
Big time, big time. And hey, listen, honestly, this was an absolutely incredible time that we had casting over at Bravo. First time that me and Tiff got to cast together, and I got to say it was electric. It was nice. It was great casting alongside you. It was an absolute treat. So listen, guys, we had a great time over here at Bravo, but we're not done over at Alpha. So we're going to be sending you guys on over there. So don't go anywhere because we're going to be heading over with a raid. It was a great time over us at Bravo, and we'll see you guys next week. Have a good one.